Hey folks, Paul Abernathy here. So what's the difference between XHHW and XHHW-2? Obviously, both are cross-linked polyethylene. Both are much more resilient when it comes to the insulation, can handle thermal temperatures better, whether it's really hot or really cool or cold. When installed in raceways underground, they don't absorb moisture like a thermoplastic might. So there are benefits to cross-linked polyethylene. Of course, that's what the X means in the XHHW is cross-linked polyethylene, but in our industry, we call that thermoset compound. Again, think of it as a birthday cake. When we mix all the components together and we put it into an insulation, that's all it can be. You can grind it up, but you can't melt it like thermoplastic you could melt, like a Hershey bar. So again, it's going to be more volatile to heat. Even though the temperature ratings of the insulation are the same, it still has a much more resilience factor when it comes to cross-linked polyethylene and the cross polymers that are used to make that product. Now, the XHHW is rated for 75 in a wet and 90 in a dry. However, if we throw that -2 or that -2 on the end of it, making it XHHW-2, now it converts it to a 90-degree rated insulation, whether it is wet or dry. Now, of course, remember that 90-degree ampacity value is for adjustment and correction purposes. You could only use the ampacity at the 90-degree column under 31016 if the lugs are rated 90, the wires rated 90, and the load on the other end where it's terminating is rated 90. Usually it's not going to be the case, and you're going to be falling within 75 or 60, depending on whether it's 100 amps or less or over 100 amps that you're dealing with. But anyway, so that -2 is significant because it allows the engineers to do adjustment and corrections in a wet location from the 90-degree ampacity rather than the 75-degree. So that's what that -2 means. So many people will look at XHHW and simply see the two H's and think that it's always going to have an insulation rating that's 90. That's not the case. Only in a dry location. In a wet location, it's only rated 75 unless it's got that -2 on the end of it. Where does it say that in the code? Let's go look. All right, you notice right here under XHHW that it is 90, and that is dry and damp. It's 75 when it's used in a wet location. That's the normal XHHW. But the one with the -2, notice that it's 90, dry, and wet. And obviously in a wet location, it's going to be acceptable in a damp location, so it's unnecessary to put that here. Okay, so you see the ratings here, so that's why that -2 is so important. Understanding the nomenclature that's on actual conductors can actually save your butt in certain installations. You just have to know what you're looking for. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the manufacturers of the wiring cable. If you call Prismium or Encore Wire and you need technical assistance, they're going to send you to me, and I'm going to answer those questions for you. I handle all of their technical support when it comes to the National Electrical Code, okay? And I have a team of people underneath me, and we do a great job at answering your questions in a timely manner. That's probably what makes Prismium the leader in the wiring cable industry. It's because you can get to the experts quickly, and they are sold all over the world, all right? All right, hope you learned a little bit something about that -2. And really, when you look at X, sometimes it's not what it looks like. You have to know the code. You have to know the ratings to dig a little deeper.